One of my favorite strategies is called the two-shot passing shot strategy. This point is a perfect example of it. Let's watch it and then we'll analyze it. And this idea is very simple. When your opponent comes to the net, give them a ball that forces them to make contact from below net level. And so we've got Francis here on the other side of the court. He's the one who owns the channel, Francis C. Tennis Journals. Make sure you subscribe. And what's really cool is he puts a camera on the net. And that was that opening shot that you saw. So I'll show you that in a second here. You got to subscribe to this channel. The editing is insane. So very simple. His opponent, Sato, is going to give Francis a low ball. And because he gives Francis a low ball, now Francis has to volley up. And typically when you get your opponent to volley up, they do one of two things. They miss or they hit short. And Francis ends up hitting short. And now Sato gets to come in. And now it's so much easier to hit a passing shot from well inside no man's land than it is when you're back behind the baseline. That's why going for the two-shot passing shot strategy makes so much sense. You don't go for the pass on the first shot. You go for the pass on your second shot. Here's the first shot, just giving Francis that low ball. And now Sato gets to come in. Now he gets to go for the pass on this shot. Now, one thing here. It's very, very simple. Which direction should he make the pass go? Cross court or down the line? Especially in this scenario when you are inside the court, hit down the line. The ball will go right by the opponent. Typically when you are inside the baseline and you hit cross court, you either hit right to the opponent or you hit out. It's so difficult to spin the ball and to dip it down inside the service box. We have in our mind that we can do it, but then when it comes to executing, it's not so easy. Now what's fun is with this channel, Francis C. Tennis Journal, watch how maybe like every 6 or 7 points that are really fun, Francis does an instant replay. So this is so cool. Here he comes. It's on the side view. And there's that low ball, that ball from below net level. One thing you'll notice with Francis, he has his racket face a little too open. And so you want the racket to be perpendicular to the path of the ball. So the ball's coming down like this. You want the racket only to be perpendicular. The racket face is a little too open, and that's why the ball pops up. And then Sato comes in and he goes for the pass. Beautiful. Most of your opponents, by the way, when you're in Sato's position, most of your opponents will stand too much in the center, which is another reason why the down the line is a great choice. Want me to analyze your technique, strategy, or footwork? Send me an email, ryan@2minutetennis.net, and I could give you all the details. When your opponent comes to the net in singles, don't feel like you have to go for the pass right off your first shot. Just give them a low volley. Half the time they miss, the other time they'll hit short. Then you come in and pass down the line. If you do, there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.